Hey, this one's gonna be a weird one because, in my opinion, Brian McKnight is a weirdo. And for anybody saying that because he paid child support, he's a good father, I disagree. And I'm gonna let you guys know why. Like the video as my intro, please.
Make it make sense. Could somebody please make it make sense?
Big moves.
Surfer.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
She lied, and I should have known better when I seen her hair.
I got a feel.
Okay, guys. So I don't like this at all. What Brian McKnight has been doing to his children is not new. What happened was the Shade Room caught it again, and people responded all over again. So I'm going to let you guys hear what I think the issue is. Then I'll let you hear what he had to say, because he said some things about his daughter that I think are unforgivable. And I'm going to let you see what the daughter had to say in response. But he says things like this: for the very first time in my life, I got to experience what it's like to want and to plan to have a child made from love. You had 3 children prior to your new wife. You see what I mean? He tries to speak in his Instagram as if he's writing a song, and he glamorizes his life while also completely neglecting his other children. And let me let you hear specifically what he had to say about the daughter. Shout out to Straight from the A.
Well, you got to go out there and you got to take it. As far as my daughter is concerned, you know, her mother, if you look back at my Instagram, she was a part of this family too, with Jack and Julie and Leilani and myself. And unfortunately, along the way, a couple of years ago, I got wind that there was an older cousin who was above 18 who was quite possibly having sex with her. So I called, as a father should, to the state office for children's affairs there.
You caught wind, or you heard a rumor about your child, and instead of asking your child, you go directly to CPS. Instead of talking to the mother, instead of going and see the dude you're making this allegation about, because that's what a father would do. It's not about just paying child support. If you think that somebody is taking advantage of for the parents in the room, you let me know if this is weird already. If you hear that something like that is going on with your child, do you not fly to meet that person who's allegedly doing that and find out exactly what's going on? Is that just me? When I heard that, I'm like, not only have you tried to degrade this young lady in the most public way while defending yourself against people who are hating on you, you also let us know that you don't do what a parent would do. If you heard a kid being taken advantage of, you would like literally go to your child, not go to CPS. Wouldn't you try to say, I'm going to take my child, I'm going to go to my attorneys, we're going to something? But that's just it. You heard a rumor. Let's keep listening.
There in Arizona, and I never heard anything back. But the next thing that her mother did was to block all of us from her social media, from her phone, and completely estranged her from us. So what that told me was they didn't want me to be involved in her life that way. So to see the post that she...
So basically, this is what the mother had to say.
Well, if you believe them, you the fool.
You made allegations about your child and then turned around and said, well, the mother blocked me, and that must mean they don't want me in the life. So you didn't fight to be in your child's life because the mother blocked you after you made wild, crazy allegations about the daughter, Am I missing something, or is this man like literally? I he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I feel like when I'm listening to him, I'm watching like Humpty Dumpty right before he falls off the wall. I don't know what to make of this. I can't make this make sense.
She said, considering that her mother only had a child with me for money in the first place, and I'll reiterate this, I have not missed a child support payment. She goes to one of the most incredible private schools in Arizona. So I don't know where this is all coming from, but I thought,
if Brian McKnight is willing to tell us that his daughter's mother is a gold digger, what do you think he has said to his children? That does not feel like something new that just came out because he's frustrated. That feels like something he has said before. Y'all.
I thought that I needed to let everybody know that there's another side to this story. You can choose to believe what you want.
I think we believe we had enough. Now, again, guys, this is nothing new in terms of him saying this, but it continuously gets brought back up because of these things. Let me show you guys. Every time he makes one of these posts, the Shade Room picks it up and it becomes a new story because he continues to do this. He says, "Today we celebrate you, Jules, on your birthday. Your mom and I couldn't be proud of you, and I couldn't ask for a better daughter than you. Happy birthday to the best daughter ever. Love you a zillion." This is his older daughter. And according to what he said as to why she's not in his life, it doesn't sound like the young girl did anything. I think he's trash. I definitely think he's trash. But this is what his sons had to say. Keep in mind, these are his wife's children. It sounds real simpish to me. You get a new woman, and now all of a sudden your children got to get out the house. You're saying, well, y'all are in your 20s. Well, this girl's in her 20s, and you're buying her BMWs, but your children, they got to get out the house. Let me let you see what his kids had to say, because as it pertains, in all honesty, as it pertains to the two sons that were 27 and 30, if your daddy doesn't want anything to do with you, go ahead and move on from him. He's probably not the kind of person that you actually want in your life. But in terms of what he did to this daughter, I think that's the story. This is what one of the sons had to say. Shout out to the Victor Brooks Show.
Because people were like, oh, you know, Brian McKnight's a deadbeat, blah, blah, blah. And he called me. He's like, now everybody thinks I'm a deadbeat because blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, bro, you're the one that brought up money, and you're the one that brought up all this stuff. Like, it didn't have to get to that point, you know? And just the fact that the first thing you say back, it isn't a call. It isn't like a, yo, DM me, let's meet up, let's talk. What the hell is that about? It's a complete, like, okay, well, I'm going to go over that and then talk shit about them. And then on top of that, like, speak about our sister in, like, crazy ways, you know what I mean? Like, and this is like a young girl, you know what I mean? Like, that is not, like, I'm not going to speak on her thing because she's not here, but like, at the end of the day, like, it's a young girl who still loves her father, you know what I mean? That has to see certain things on Instagram that, you know, it has to hurt, you know what I mean? If it hurts me, it hurts him, you know what I mean? Like, and we were the ones around, we saw the crazy, nasty, insane shit. And, you know, she just doesn't, both of our sisters, you know, they don't deserve to see, like, it's one thing to.
He never wanted them black children, in my opinion. He never wanted them black children, in my opinion. And the kids are so well spoken and they seem to be fully actualized adults. The best thing they could do is get away. He was saying, you know, what his daughter, he was responding to this. Daddy's little girl was never really a thing for me. Nobody understands what I've been through except for my siblings. And I feel you, young lady. I definitely feel you. She seems like a very beautiful young lady. Let me let you guys see what she had to say. I think I like her. She seems funny. This is what she had to say in response. And this is what the mom had to say. No, this is not her mother, but the mom seems also extremely self-actualized. Her response was, "It's impossible to explain the love that I have for my sons. I would give the last breath in my lungs for them. I will fight ferociously on their behalf. I'm certain that these are the sentiments most mothers share. I'd never imagined loving children that I hadn't birthed just as much as I love my sons. I soon realized that loving my son's sisters came just as naturally as breathing. First, a beautiful little 4-year-old girl danced into our lives and called me mommy. Next, another perfect little girl who wore the same face as her older siblings. 3 mothers, 3 women who initially were only connected by the seed of one man. We have now become a family of support and love for our children. We are mama bears." And she says, "Sending so much love and support to all of you who have become a part of this journey. I appreciate you so much. Mama bear has birthed out of joy and is pain." Now she has a book coming out. I'll definitely check out her book. But to me, she seems extremely poised and gracious. She's given very much.
You damn right, and I will not come off my chariot and throw tomatoes with you, sweetheart.
Exactly. She's not having it with Bryant, and none of the rest of us are. I feel really bad for his children because what he's doing to them in such a public, disgusting way, like you're acting as if they don't exist. He has completely wiped his Instagram of everything except for his new wife. Let me show you guys. Except for his new wife and her children. That's it. He talks about only having one daughter. When he has daughters, everything is about the new wife and her kids. He even went so far as to say the new wife was the one that wanted them to be a blended family. No, sir, that was your job. You were supposed to want a blended family with your children and your new wife. It should not have been all on her. And every time he says things like that, it's a dead giveaway that he never wanted them other children. You were the first child made out of love. You're the best daughter that I could have ever had. You're, in my opinion, you are disgusting, sir. And something is really wrong with you. And the best thing that these kids could do is not be in your life because you seem very toxic. I'm not. We got to get off Brian McKnight. I definitely will have another video coming out today, and it's going to be the Jim Townsend review. I have seen the Tasha K review. I've seen all the interviews he's done, and he is really going in on Marjorie Harvey. And I don't know if at first I was like, okay, I get it. You know, he's older, he's out of prison, he needs to make some money, but he's choosing to say different things in different interviews, and y'all know we got to dissect it. So expect that video today. I will see you guys later. Have a good day.